It's the Murder Master Music Show. 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 Hip hop is dead, but we don't resurrect it. You follow what mainstream says, but here it gets rejected. If you wearing tight jeans, don't expect to get respected. I'm from a time where wearing black was always on your checklist. From a time where faggots get checked if they reckless. From a time where if you got too much shine, we snatch your necklace. This real shit here, Illuminati, fuck the industry. We represent the street and they respect our street ministries. Hate no shorts and cut the middleman, literally. This hip-hop savior, our birth scenes like nativity. This a place where no one sells out for relevability, and the masses can get a chance to explore more creativity. You gotta be kidding me. If you call that hip-hop, niggas with box shades and fluorescent flip-flop. We killin' Big Brother, cause we know he watch. You don't like what I'm doing, then you can suck mine. And you don't Murder Master Music Show. It's the 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 Murder Master Music Show.
Whoop 'em up.
What is it, episode 259? Jesus.
259. Yeah,
259, man.
We was just saying, it seemed like we were just saying 200. And now we over halfway to 300.
One more show and we'll be at 260 to 360. I'm jumping ahead. But the music you always hear in the background, of course, there's Skinny Man. If you want any of his beats, you know what I'm saying, his production, go to ugsforlife.com. On your right, you will see, you know what I'm saying, his ad. Click on it. Check out his music. Check out his beats. Get at him. Same thing with art. If you want art, go to the same place, ugsforlife.com. You'll see Six's ad right there above Skinny's on the right. And if you want, you know what I'm saying, if you want to get on this show, email me, prez@ugsforlife.com, and we can make it happen. Oh, and to you guys hitting the inbox talking about wanting to work and do this, and that. For sure, you've seen the messages, haven't you, man?
Right. You know, so I responded to a couple of them. It's just like, shit, we want to work with motherfuckers, but people got to understand what we doing. Like, this train don't stop. I'm glad he was saying that shit, too. Like, it's a lot of work into this shit, man. And if you want to fuck with us, man, you got to be for real with that shit. Come all the way. Not saying motherfuckers ain't for real with it, but you know what I'm saying? This is what we doing right now.
Well, you know, a few guys, you know what I'm saying, had some ideas that they want to help the show and do this and that, but at the end of the day, we're not trying to go backwards. We're trying to go forwards. You know what I'm saying? So it's in-house. And like I said, if you need art, we got Six. Here he is right now. Six is on the line.
What's going on? Can y'all hear me?
Straight out the Bay Area. Yeah, we hear you, Six. How you doing, brother?
He over there drinking medicated purple drink and shit. Grape soda, man. I don't need that shit, man.
That's that chronic tonic, man. You already know what that shit is. That's that.
Yeah, I tell you what, man. Shout out to the homie Emo. He was posting those things that you get guaranteed 350 hits. I think it's like oil or something.
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself, guaranteed 300, and it was like $15. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
You know,
I'd buy about
shit,
7
though,
of them, and I'd be straight for a while.
Man, no, you won't, because the thing about those, man, when you read that and it says, you know, this is that many hits, I'm going to tell you right now, man.
Pussy lungs, right?
Man, it fits me. 350 hits, that's like one day. You know what I'm saying? It's all in how much you do, man, because you got to average it. How much are you going to smoke? You really can't be judging what they tell you. So some people smoke that, like 350 be like an hour or two, man, you know?
Right.
I have that many puffs.
Like everybody, or what you're saying is everybody's hit level is different.
Everyone's different, man. So someone who can take a bunch of weed and that will last them a week, for somebody else that could last them 2 days, man.
Yeah.
You know, personally, I kill an eighth maybe a week to a week and a half, depending on how much I'm smoking. You know, the eighth will disappear on me quickly. Half a week be gone. You know.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we're gonna try to get Brotha Lynch on the line here. This is episode 259. You just heard him on episode 258 with First Degree to DE. So
hell of a show.
We're gonna try to get him on the line here shortly. I'm gonna play one of my favorites, "Refuse to Lose." Wait, let's see who this is first. 678 area code. Who is it?
What's up, y'all? This is Marcel on the Underground Section, man. Gotta listen in for Brotha Lynch.
What's going on with Marcel?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Y'all?
You waiting to hear Brotha Lynch come on. He should be on shortly. We had him on just the other day with First Degree to DE, and it was a hell of a show, man. It was a hell of a show. We dropped a lot of info. So of course I asked him to come back on himself. So hopefully we'll get to him here in a minute. I'm gonna play this track. We'll be right back right here, episode 259. Brotha Lynch, and stick around later. Homie Rel's going to be on BKP out of Cincinnati. They got a track they want to debut with some features and whatnot. Here it is. It's 20-some-odd years later, and it's still, it sounds better than most of the stuff that's out today. Welcome to the show, Lynch. How you doing?
Just chilling, man. What's up with you?
Man, just glad to be here. Glad to have you on the show. I'm gonna bring on my brother Devil 6.
What's up?
He was talking about. He's from he's in the MMA community, and he was talking. Tell him what you're talking about, Nate Diaz.
All right, yeah. First I'm gonna shout out my host, man. Shout out to everybody on Sergio Silva's fight team, man. But man, I heard fucking Nate Diaz supposed to be coming out to Refuse to Lose, man. I've been listening to Lynch since fucking pretty much I was a young teen. I've been in the MMA since same round, same age, man. To now hear that Nate Diaz might be coming out to fucking Lynch, man, that's dope, man. So is that shit happening? What's up with that?
We'll see. I mean, he said he would, but I mean, I wouldn't trip if he ain't, because I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah. And honestly, man, you can hardly find a better fight song than Refuse to Lose for a fucking fighter, man. That's just the shit.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Especially in MMA. I ain't tapping. I ain't going.
That's the perfect thing to walk out of the cage with, honestly, man. That's the shit right there. And if Nate pulls that one off, man, that's gonna for UFC 200 too.
And then win.
Man, that's a dope move.
Yeah, especially if he wins.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, you already know.
He will, man. He will, because Conor McGregor, he's a corny ass guy, man. So it is what it is.
But
he said he does.
He was extra cocky. He was extra cocky.
Oh, you was just talking to him?
Yeah, I was saying that one dude was extra cocky. I like Nate.
Yeah. He's all up in their face with it, and he's definitely talented, to say the least.
Yeah.
He took out Dana White's top guy, so looks like he's going to do it again. But
well,
here you are,
Conor McGregor's talking about retiring now.
You're here. You know what I'm saying? It's 2016.
Mm-hmm.
You just dropped Bullet Maker. That's available right now.
Yep.
What do you got? You know what I'm saying? Other than Bullet Maker, what do you got coming in the future?
I got the album I'm working on now, 4 songs deep. It's called Kevlar.
Yeah. And Kevlar, we was talking about that the other day. That's with whatchamacallit? That's with is it with DE, and who's going to be on there?
DE's gonna do my intro and outro, and I haven't really solicited nothing to any artist yet, but probably Crooked Eye's gonna be on there.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Obviously, I'll be trying to get Eminem, but when I was with Strange, they figured that it'd be better with him getting on tech shit first. So I was like, all right.
What about?
I mean, I don't even know if I want Eminem anymore. I'd rather have Royce 5'9".
Royce.
Eminem's way too hard to get.
Royce is a beast. Well, what about Eminem's biggest influence, Esham? We talked about that before. I think you and him would make a hell of a collaborative track right there.
That'd be a banger.
It just seems like it's impossible, though.
I mean,
the good news is that he knows who I am. You know what I mean? So
right.
I mean,
so anything
there,
is possible,
I
man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I feel where you coming from. Like, you don't see how it's gonna happen, but they said that same shit about the Mafia 6 getting back together. Me and Prayers interviewed all them, and next thing you know, they had an album coming out. So you never know, but it's just good to hear that. You know, like he know you, you know him, and it's all good.
Method Man, Jay-Z. I would fuck with all those cats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but I mean, until they come to my little small world and see what's up, then it'll happen. But you know, I'm not mainstream at all. You know what I mean? So they have to come to the underground. Come to the underground, and I might have a little bit of the advantage. Well, Jay-Z used to be underground too, so you know what I mean. He just did the right shit. I had refused to go mainstream, which probably kept me where I'm at in this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead
you
of blowing me up. You know what I mean? Yeah, 27 years.
That's amazing right there. You said when you was with Strange, does that mean you're not on Strange no more, or are you still with them?
Well, they won another album, but I mean, I ain't gonna say nothing bad about them, but I didn't get for 3 albums. I didn't get the money that I expected.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You hear that a lot in the music business, unfortunately.
I got 2 gold albums, 24 Deep and Season of Sickness, and I believe Loaded is now gold. But I got my plaques coming for 24 Deep and Season of Sickness right now. They should be here hopefully in the next couple of weeks. But
I saw a post where Seth was talking about ordering plaques. So
yeah,
so that's what's
he's
up.
Ordering 4. Yeah, he's ordering 4, 2 for me and 2 for him.
Well, whatever happened to your plaques? Did they get stolen from you, or?
Well, the only plaque I had was the 2 from Master P when I did the Master P cuts. That's what I said.
Hell yeah! I still listen to that song you had on the motherfucker I'm About It soundtrack. That's my shit every goddamn day, man. At least once a day at some point. I had to hit that nigga for about 4 zones. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it.
Yeah.
The motherfucker just ride on out, man.
Ultimately, that was his shit. You know what I mean? So, it wasn't mine. Now, that's why it's so big that I get my plaques now. You know, that I earned.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Rightfully so.
Right, the ones you crafted.
Yeah, so I mean that would be, but believe me, if it wasn't for Master P, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. Because he blew me up, and I can admit that. You know what I mean? I was doing.
And look, and then in that movie, he had your song at a critical point in the movie too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people don't even trip off that shit. That's like a whole other subtitle on
the
that
90s,
song.
The 90s was it. The 90s, like, if you did a little something in the 90s, they going to know you today. You know what I mean? So I got lucky in that sense. You know what I mean? But I've been rapping since 1983. You know what I mean? So
it's 83. And here we are
83.
In 2016. You was rapping when I was 5 years old, man. Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was 5'2".
I'm listening to Puff the Magic Dragon, and you're rapping over there.
Yep.
Shit.
And we came right behind you. So, we grew. That's why I say that. That's why it's so important for what we're doing now, because we grew up off of what y'all doing. And if y'all still creating devastating shit, like, this shit need to be heard. You know what I'm saying? People need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, I looked up to New York. You know what I mean? New York is the reason. You know, Funk Beta's from New York. He's from the Bronx. You know what I mean? And he was the one that kept me up on what's cracking out there until he moved out here. You know what I mean? So Funk Beta is how I got a lot of my skills, letting me listen to KRS-One, Kumo D, LL Cool J, over the phone. You know what I mean? Because we wasn't getting all that out here at first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So me hearing all them rappers from New York with skills is where I kind of crafted what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? And then once I crafted it, I kind of went on my own and did my own thing with the Rip Gut and all that stuff. So
When did you get a lot of people like there's always a debate over who created horrorcore, but if you look at horrorcore, okay, Esham, he was acid rap. You know what I mean? Yourself, like you said, Rip Gut. Where do you classify yourself? I mean, in the whole thing of it all, did you create horrorcore, or was it done before?
Well,
and if so, by who?
I don't think I'm horrorcore. I think I'm Rip Gut, which nobody else is. You know what I mean?
That's you.
I'm Rip Gut. I rap about meat, and like human meat and stuff like that. Horrorcore is like boo. You know what I mean? I'm not that kind of. Mine is like human meat. Mine is cannibalism type.
I
don't know. It could be It could be in that. It could be in that category because there's probably nowhere else to put it.
Yeah. Where else?
I mean?
You can't put it in a hip hop backpack scene in New York, or I feel you on that.
R&B, yeah.
Or even like like SIBO with the mob shit. That's different too, from what you're doing. So
yeah, I went through different phases. Like me and SIBO started out with the gangbanging stuff. Went 24 deep in Season of Sickness, banging the block and all that. You know what I mean? It's just different phases I went through, and a lot of people don't know is that when I did the 3-album trilogy with Strange, it was about a character. And Strange is, they're such a big machine that people really think that that's all I rap about now. You know what I mean? Except for my old school fans. They know, I'm about other shit too, but the newer fans, the younger kids, they think I'm about Jason and Michael Myers type rap. You know what I mean? I got Halloween right now on my TV, about to watch it with my wife. I just love that type of shit. If I could take a picture and show you what's on the TV right now, you would trip, because that's what we're about to watch. Just before
post it
you
to your Instagram, nigga. But you got your Instagram fire too, man. I looked at your Instagram, man. I got hungry and shit. I came down here and started frying chicken wings and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my wife's a cook. She's a professional cook. Like, she don't just cook. She could cook good, so I say she's a cook. She's a cook. She's cooked for hotels and everything. She went to school and everything, so she's a real cook. And
let me ask you this: for all the cannibals that might be listening, would you ever try human meat if it was offered to you?
Oh yeah, I definitely would. I mean,
slice.
Back in the day,
how would you want it? Would you want it sliced thin?
Would they have tried the chicken? Would they have seen the chicken alive back in the day and tried chicken until they tried it? I don't know. You know what I mean?
No.
Maybe not. I know I just love meat, and I don't think I care what kind of meat it would be, except for liver.
You don't fuck with the liver, huh?
Shit. Yeah, that shit is good too.
I'm cool on the liver.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think any other kind of meat, I would probably try.
Well, I don't. Why not? I mean, if it's cooked right,
sure.
you know, if it's to your liking, you know.
But if it was human, how would you want it? Would you want it like a ribeye steak or like some thin sliced Philly steak?
I would want it want it cooked in the oven. Like
bro.
my wife makes my steak in the oven.
Yeah.
Broil. She broils my steak.
I feel you.
Yeah, that's how Albert Fish cooked the kids. The Vampire of Brooklyn. I believe he put him in a turkey baster. That's a whole other story. Yeah, that's for serial killer quiz out there. But you know, okay, let's talk about the serial killers for a minute, if you don't mind. What do you? I'm just going to name a few. You give me your thoughts on them. Let's talk about good old Ted Bundy. What do you think about Ted?
Mm-hmm.
Was he?
Well, I know he's from where my wife is from, Seattle, and he was about his business, and he was about not getting caught, and he had a certain kind of meat that he liked to do. But my favorite of all time, even though he's a fictional character, is Hannibal.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it came from somewhere. You know what I mean? So that's my dude.
My dude is Green River Gary Ridgway or whatever.
Oh, Gary Ridgway. Yeah.
Well, what about H.H. Holmes, though? He wasn't really a cannibal, but he would sell the skeletons and make money. So he was kind of like a serial killer hustler. It's like, man, I want your bones. I want to sell your bones.
My wife got a book. My wife got a book with all of them in there.
Yeah.
So it's like H.H. Holmes. He was sick too.
Yeah. He would put someone in a room and then gas them and watch in another room as they were dying and shit. That was crazy.
He would wear their skin.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. I don't really do borderline gay stuff like that, but I'm more on the rougher edge part of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that was sick.
Where do you see, you know what I'm saying, like, there's a lot of guys out there that are doing, I guess, like Future, some of these guys in the mainstream, they're doing songs, but they're not really giving credit to the Gangster Nips, the Brotha Lynch Hungs, the Eshams. What's up with them guys? Do you feel disrespected, or do you feel humbled that they're, I mean, what's your take on it all?
I just feel that they can't do what we do, so why even dip into it? You know what I mean? Why? Right. I mean, and they probably don't even feel that way. So I can't.
Right. I was about to ask you, like, do you feel like a disconnect with the newer age guys? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they easy to approach, or as far as like, do they reach out to y'all? As far as the music goes,
I think that they're sort of commercializing rap and making people accept that that's really the main kind of rap that's cracking.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I can't hate on them. I mean, most of them only get one single and then they fade out. I'm not trying to be that kind of rapper because I live off this. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they get that they get a lot of money for that one single, but then what happens? You know what I mean? Maybe a second good single, and then they fade out. I'm cool on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I met, like, even DRS. Them dudes had that single, that Gangsta Lean single that blew the hell up. I was even in the video. The crowd looking at them in awe.
For real, you in that video?
Yeah.
I remember watching that shit all the time, man. I used to love that song, man.
Yeah, man. I did too. And I was in the big crowd scene. I was in the crowd. You know what I mean? I shot up there, the rainy scene at Hammer's house and all that. We did all that. But now, I just walked into Walmart a couple years ago and saw Chris working in there.
Right.
And I was like, wait a minute, what part of the game is this? You had this big gold single, probably platinum by now. What's going on?
Yeah.
What you doing? You know what I mean? And he was like, yeah, man, the music biz. That's when I first learned the music business. No joke. No joke.
Yeah. They just take you there, especially if your paper wasn't right.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of rappers' paper ain't right.
Right.
I mean, that's
somebody's
about,
grandma making more money off your album than you. Perhaps, type of shit.
And that's why I ain't never bragged about money. You know what I mean? And throwing money in my videos and stuff like that, because it ain't even about that.
Right.
I just like rapping about stuff that I've been through or seen. You know what I mean?
Plus, with me, like my definition of real dudes when it comes to that money is, a real dude don't want to even let nobody know how much money I got.
Yeah.
Why would I want to let you know I got a gang of money?
That's just
like just know that I'm still trying to get it.
Took.
Yeah, I don't need everybody knowing what the fuck I got. My real people
talk.
and my real people get to know what I got because I let them in and they feel comfortable even coming in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. Right.
Like some people you try to invite into your circle, they might not be feeling you. But that don't mean you a bad person or they a bad person. They just might not be accustomed to what you're doing. You got to let them go. Hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I've done that. I don't know how many times.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
I got more blocked people than I got friends on Facebook. You know what I'm saying?
Real
my
talk.
block list is longer than my friends
like
list.
Every friend that I could think of I met, except for Funk Beta, I met through my music career. Everybody around me, except for my wife, I met because of my music career.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And it's sad, but I mean, all my old school friends, I don't know where they at. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I'm the same way, man. I don't. Outside of a few people, everybody I've ever met was because of the connections I made in the rap game.
Yeah,
and
my shit a little dip. But see, I'm the flip side to that because I'm still cool with every motherfucker I ever touched. If you fuck with me, you stuck with me. That's always been a motto. But I always kept a small group, so it's easier to stay in contact with them over the years because.
Yeah,
fuck. I ain't went nowhere yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been blessed with that shit though. So I'm on the flip side to that.
Yeah,
I've been a lot of different places, but I only fuck with certain ones, and I keep it moving.
Yeah, that's the same with like Talkin and Beta. You know what I mean? Like, regardless, if I stop rapping today, they're gonna be there. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. And that's the best shit.
I ain't nowhere near close to stopping.
Well, that's good. That's good to hear, man, because, you know what I'm saying, the game needs cats like yourself, man, especially right now. Especially like Max said, us guys that like came from that era, the 90s, you know, when we was buying all those CDs in the stores, when they actually had record stores. For you listeners that don't know what the fuck a record store is, there used to be a place where you could go and buy cassettes, CDs, and even records on occasion. You know, but you have to go in the past to find that anymore, it seems. They just keep disappearing. But the 90s, that was the best era to me when it comes to music. It's just so many fucking classics, man. So many classics.
You couldn't download nothing. You know what I mean? You couldn't get free downloads or nothing. And then so many classics. Run DMC, LL Cool J. You know what I mean? We over here on the West Coast, if you're real and you've been in the game, we know where it came from. We was just trying to be a part of it. You know what I mean? We was just trying to be a part of it. We wasn't trying to claim nothing, and then people kind of took it, you know, out of bounds with all that. West Coast, East Coast. You know what I mean? I mean, we know the best spitters come from the East. You know what I mean? We know that. You know what I mean? We was just trying to get down with it.
Right, and do y'all own little shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
shit was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one thing that motherfuckers can't deny. Like, if I play if one of these youngsters, because I work where I work at, it's I'm probably one of the oldest ones, and I'm young. You know what I'm saying? So, and when I put the shit that y'all got up against the shit that they doing right now, they can't deny it. That don't mean they jump right on it, but they be like,
yeah.
I'm like, you might not like it, but that shit was dope, wasn't it? Yeah, that shit was dope. I know goddamn right it was dope. Because I'm listening to it 20 years later. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't dope, I wouldn't listen to it.
That shit taught me. All that shit taught me. You know what I mean? All that shit taught me. Taught me about patterns. Taught me about longevity. You know what I mean? It taught me all that. Like, man, since 1983, Run DMC had It's Like That out. I used to go to sleep to that song. I used to go to sleep to it. You know what I mean? I done wrote rhymes similar. You know what I mean? So, LL Cool J.
You probably even wrote they rhyme before you wrote your rhyme. Like, I got to learn.
Oh, yeah. That's how I learned. That's how I learned. You know what? You know what taught me how to rap? You know what taught me how to rap? I don't know how old you guys are, but Rapper's Delight. I memorized the whole rap. That hip, hop, hippie to the hippity, hip, hip to hop and you don't stop the rockin' to the bang, bang, boogie. Say up, jump the boogie to the mother boogity bee. That shit taught me how to rap. I used to sleep to it.
And there was so many different dudes on that song. That's probably one of the longest hip-hop songs ever created, too, that went mainstream, that a lot of people don't know. That song is like 13 minutes long. Back when they're going to rock it till the break of dawn, pretty much, as they say in them songs.
I found that
when was that
weird. It's like, I used to slap that Rock the Bells from LL Cool J.
That was the shit, too.
And come to find out, I'm older than that fool.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
So it just give you a better perspective of what you was doing, because shit, he was doing the same shit you was doing, pretty much. He just had a platform before you had it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
See, and that's the evolution of what you doing. So like, when was that moment when you finally realized? Because you've been doing so much independent shit that you realized, like, man, these motherfuckers really know who I am, man, and I'm bumping this shit. Like, when was that moment where you knew? When I went like, man, I done popped.
When I went on tour with Strange, we did a show in New York, Brooklyn, and people knew who I was. I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I mean, motherfuckers were saying my lyrics in the crowd, and I was like, wait a minute. I didn't know this. You know what I mean? There was I was signing autographs, and I was like, wait a minute, y'all the Mecca. What are you doing taking my autograph for? And that was, it was like a moment for me. You know what I mean? It was a moment.
Especially you coming all the way from
talk
Cali.
Like a New Yorker. Like, I wanted to talk like, what's up, B? Come on, son. You know, I could never get it down, so I just left it alone. But I love that language. I love how they are. You know what I mean?
That's how it was with Run DMC. It was like, okay, now I need to go get these Adidas, and I need to find this hat. I was telling Mac the other day, I could never find the hat, the right hat.
Like,
all I ever found was something that looked like a Freddy Krueger hat. That's all I could fucking
find. I got two pair Adidas. I got a white pair with fat laces and a white with blue stripes fat laces. You know
Look,
what I mean?
we even used to try to pose like them. Like, we look at them in the magazines and shit, and that's how I'm gonna stand when I go to lunch tomorrow. I'm like this the whole time. You know what I'm saying? That's how far back, and that's how much I love this shit. The shit that y'all did, man. Y'all put on for us, man.
I don't know if you know about Murder Dog magazine out here. They're from the Bay.
Man, I wrote for 20 years, Lynch.
Oh, wow, man.
I interviewed you for that.
On there. Oh, okay.
Right. Prez interviewed you on Murder Dog.
Yeah. That probably shit. It's probably about 15 years ago, somewhere around there.
I had me some Run DMC.
Yeah, I know all about Black Dog, man. I know all about Black Dog.
Yeah,
he's in
that's
Africa
my
right
boy
now, if
right
I'm not
there.
mistaken.
Yeah, he showed me love. He the one called me and said, "Man, what do I do to get a website?" And I kind of directed him. You know what I mean? Now he got a website and stuff. That's my boy. He'd drive all the way from the Bay Area to Sacramento to come interview me and stuff. He's cool. I like that dude.
Yeah, he, you know what I'm saying? He did it. He sent out magazines to cats in the penitentiary for free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before they banned him, of course. You know, you couldn't get murder dogs in there. But yeah, he would give people free subscriptions to Murder Dog magazine in the penitentiary. I mean, who the fuck was doing that then? Nobody. Who's doing that now?
Why would they ban him? Why would they ban him though?
They didn't like the guns, and they said it was gang violence and guns.
And then y'all had the
had a lot of
in there,
pictures
you know what I'm saying?
Right, with guys that were trying to cut their tongues off,
all that shit.
You know, big butcher knives and.
Plus some of the dudes that was
Freak
in
of
the
the
Murder
Month,
Dog
Doomsday
magazines.
Productions. Freak of the Month.
Right, I was about to say some of the people that was in the Murder Dog magazines had people that was in the prisons that they was giving, you know, the magazines out to. I could about imagine that's why they banned it. Like they talking through this shit, man. You know, they always want to stop something that's beneficial because Murder Dog put every, you know, the cats that we can really see in our faces.
It made stars.
Nobody had
like
A-Ball and MJG on the cover and shit, man. Nobody was having Master P on the cover for real.
There's an infatuation. What's almost everybody, 95% of the people that you talk to is going to say one of their favorite channels is the ID channel.
Yeah.
Where they show all the murder shit.
That's all my wife watches.
95% of the people you talk to
I'm afraid
is going to say that's their favorite channel. I know it's mine. I love watching that. You know what I mean? I don't have to go out and do it. I could just watch it and talk about it and rap about it. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
And
that feeds the hunger.
I ain't shot nobody. I got shot. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, I remember you were saying a long time ago, too, that you were kind of like, you didn't really have many friends as a child. You kind of stayed in a lot. During those times, were you able to create, you know what I'm saying, a lot of lyrics, or what was going on, you know what I'm saying, when you was just staying in by yourself?
What I would do is you know, the beginning of a song has a little instrumental part. I would sit up there and loop that little part. And having 2 tape recorders, it took so long. But I would loop that part and write my little raps to that looped part, and then record it from one tape recorder to the other while I'm rapping in between the tape recorders. You know what I mean? That's how I learned how to record.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
straight old school shit.
Old school. Like when they had the boom boxes. You know what I mean?
Right. I remember when motherfuckers couldn't afford to buy a 4-track recorder and all of those shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like motherfuckers using headphones for microphones.
Yep. Yep. Real talk. So, I mean...
Yeah, I remember that shit.
I think about that. I think about that all the time. You know what I mean? Like, nobody at that time West thought that they would make it like Run DMC and LL Cool J and Slick Rick. You know what I mean? But it swung over here to the Eazy-E's and Ice Cubes and stuff, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I was working at Round Table Pizza when I first heard NWA. And I was like, whoa, it's over here now.
What was the Southern California influence on you guys a little bit more up north when they popped off? Like, what was the influence to that influenced y'all though? Like, was it like what you saying? Like, damn man, these dudes doing it. Like, why the fuck we can't do it? Was it some shit like that, or was it kind of just like
the major thing was when we saw people from the West Coast doing it, like Ice-T and world class wrecking crew and all that. We figured we could do it up here. We're all California.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So we figured, okay, let's get it started up here. All of a sudden, here come me and E40 and Too Short. Too Short, I can say, he influenced a lot of people up here in North Cali.
The 83, I think he first dropped.
Yeah,
75
Too Short
Girls
been around for, and he's still touring right now.
Yeah, I just saw it. You know, I follow him on Instagram. I just saw him.
Yep, I just seen that shit too.
And it's like,
I seen it off Pooh's page. I'm like, what the fuck is Too Short still out here? He like our big uncle, our big cousin, our big, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at the guys in the game like that. Like, I be wanting to teach the younger motherfuckers, like, this is what the fuck. If you want to know why I am the way I am, this is why. Listen to some of this shit.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's real talk.
But Lynch,
because we all listen to music every day.
You guys are getting ready to watch Halloween. I just want to take a couple callers real quick. But before I do, if anybody wants to get at you for features, shows, what's the best way to get at you?
There's an email that I got for all kind of booking shows and verses. It's lynchbookings.verses@gmail. lynchbookings.verses@gmail.
lynchbookings.verses@gmail. Anybody out there that's getting ready to put out an album, or you want to bring this man to your city, your town, I definitely get at him. Let's go down to Atlanta real quick. We got 678. Welcome to the show. How you doing, Marcel? I believe, right?
That ain't nothing, man. Ain't nothing. I gotta say, what's up, much love to Brotha Lynch, man. I've been going to the stores and stuff and seeing your album lineup. I think first time I seen your album around 2000. Then the 2000, 2001, I'll be like, man, who's this guy? I'll be living the West Coast, cause down south into
that's big. That's big. Atlanta, you know, that's one of the hardest places to get recognition out there too. Yep. You know what I mean? So that's big. That's really big. Yeah. I went to Atlanta in the 90s. I went to Jack the Rapper. They used to do a thing called Jack the Rapper.
Yeah, Luca.
You know, and I loved it out there.
Were you at the Jack the Rapper? I think it was 93 when Luke Records and Death Row had a big brawl.
Yeah, this shit was crazy.
I was looking, you know how they had the hotel where your rooms, where it was a circle and you could look down on the crowd when you come out of your room? Oh, man. I saw the whole brawl from up there.
That's crazy.
I saw the whole brawl. I also entered in a couple battling contests too, because I was down there just running around, and Cedric Singleton from Black Market came and got me. Said they doing a rap battle. I went down there and chewed some fools. You know what I mean? So that's what's up. And I think that was the last Jack the Rapper too, because of the brawl.
Yeah, because they stopped that shit real quick. Just like with the Freaknik, they cut that shit off real quick.
So did.
Yeah, that's bad, because that was man. I met so many people. I met Patti LaBelle. You know,
Patti LaBelle.
You know what I mean? She was. Yeah, and she was hella cool. Like, she was like treat me like I was on her level. She was cool.
Right.
You know who I like?
Real
fucking Fats Domino. That guy's a legend. That guy can play the piano like nobody's business. He's still doing shows. He's like 84.
That's crazy. Yeah,
that's Patti LaBelle, man. That's nuts.
I met Snoop. I met Dre. I met all of them at Jack the Rapper, and that's why me and Snoop ended up messing with each other.
Right. Yeah. What's your relationship like with Snoop, though, as far as, like, still doing music and doing shit?
I got his go-to right at my house. I'm supposed to send it to him, but I'm lazy and I didn't send it to him yet. But he came and did a show out here in Sac, and surprised me by bringing me on stage to do one of my old school songs, which I didn't know. So I went up there looking stupid as fuck.
Ain't that some
but,
shit?
I can't remember what song was it, babe. Was it the
He called you out.
Yeah, he called me, and then all of a sudden, his DJ puts on Situation Dirty.
That's the shit, man. I'm telling you. That's the
and I was
real.
Like, wow.
That's one of the songs that let people like that can still be top 40 and like if they had like a for real old school or whatever they want to call hip hop station. That's one of the songs. Right along with like the Loonies, I Got 5 on it, and Situation Get Dirty, man. That's that shit, man.
Yeah, that's
everybody
crazy.
went through that, man. A lot of motherfuckers was going through that when you made that song. That was like the anthems for what motherfuckers was going through.
What happened when you was on stage with Snoop? You was performing.
I tried to rap it. It had the words with it, and I just tried the best that I could do to rap it because I had never performed that song before. You know what I mean? And I guess he gave me the benefit of the doubt that I had. But man, I have my certain songs that I usually my songs are like more up tempo, so I can get the crowd, jumping and stuff. He put that on, I was like, duh. Okay.
Yep. Do that song when you on the road, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I am now.
Love that bitch.
Yeah, I am
they
now.
love that motherfucker.
Now I know it, because like as soon as the song came on, the crowd went crazy. I was like, whoa.
And this is the reason why I'm going to say that, like, a lot of dudes, for instance, like with Lord Infamous, rest in peace, Lord Infamous, it's a lot of the newer age rappers that do this tongue-twisting type flow. It's all originated from guys like you, Lord Infamous, and a few others, like Skinny Pimp, even Spice One. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the rapid-fire flow is what they used to call it. You read the magazines, they call it rapid-fire flow. But
Sniper flow.
Y'all originated and y'all sound so smooth. Twister, he do it. Crucial Calm.
Yeah,
it's a gang of motherfuckers that can, what we call it, flipping that shit. He flipping that shit.
Yeah.
But they don't pay the homage to where it really originated from. And Situation Get Dirty, that's one of them type of songs.
I wish somebody tell my little bro Tech 9 that.
Tech do this shit
But I mean, yeah, Tech is hard at it. Like Tech, he go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Busta Rhymes, he another one. There's a lot of motherfuckers that can flip that shit.
Oh yeah, Busta's. Even Eminem at some point.
Yeah, I'm about to say M too. He flipped.
Yeah, so.
We just had another dude on here. Prez, who was that we just had on the show?
Twisted Insane.
Yeah,
that bitch
he's hard.
There's a Hellborn
Insane is
hard. C-Mob's another one.
That.
Yep, C-Mob too.
Yep. Yeah, I heard some of his music too. C-Mob's hard. Twisted Insane though.
Yeah.
Could be him. Between him and Twister, them two might be the fastest.
Who? Twisted
like
Insane and Twister? Yeah. Yeah. Well, Twister did win a world record at one point at one time. It was broken by another guy from Chicago. I forget the guy's name, but
really?
Yeah, for most syllables in a minute or something. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. And you probably
Insane, man. That's who he get at.
Yeah,
like,
he is.
You got to really be on point when you do a song with Twisted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's my boy too. You know what I mean?
Hella talented. Well, I got one more call for you, Lynch. This is 530. This is I believe out in the middle of the map. What's going on?
Oh, what's cracking? This is Devin. I'm out in Reading, right north of Sac.
Okay, you're in Reading. You're in Reading. Okay, how you doing?
Right down the street.
Yeah, Lynch, you gonna be doing any touring or anything?
Yeah, right now I'm making my show tape for July. And it's only going to be 10 shows. It's only going to be 10 shows right now because I'm doing work projects. Your boy done got 3 DUIs, so I'm working that off. I'll be done in July though. You know what I mean? So July, I'm gonna actually start setting it up. So it probably won't happen until like August or September.
Now, is it going to be like a Mate-Sick tour? Like, there's a Lynch tour? You're awesome. Nothing was Strange, though, right?
Yeah, I'll have Mate-Sick dudes with me, like Dilemma, G-Mac.
Yeah, Dilemmas, they all got projects coming out, too, don't they? Cali Bear Gang and all these guys?
Yeah, and Cali Bear Gang, they ripping on stage, too, so I'll have them with me.
Yeah, Cali Bear Gang, dope. What about Doomsday Productions? What happened to them? What happened to you?
Them dudes were dope as fuck. Filthy
right.
Horror.
Doomsday?
Or Filthy and Horror.
Right. Two of Doomsday moved back east. The only one that's still in Vegas is Pitt. But the other
Playboy
two
7
moved east. Yeah. Pitt is the hardest one. Like I told him years ago, he should do a solo album. That motherfucker is hard. Like extra hard. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like they're just uninspired. You know what I mean? They're just uninspired, but shit, if I could have released on Basic Music a Pit album, that would be hard. He likes just getting drunk. It's like he kind of gave up on a lot of shit. But that motherfucker is hard. With his Tupac sounding voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right.
Did you ever get a chance to work with Pac, or did you ever meet Pac?
Yeah, I was at the Piano Man video. What's the dude with the freckles? Money B or whatever.
Yeah, Money B.
That's
Yeah, Digital Underground.
Yeah, I was at that video shoot, and I was in the crowd, and we went to the corner store during the break, and Pac bought me a damn sandwich. You know what I mean? I didn't even have a record out. You know, at that time. Well, I had a record out, but it was on consignment. I had Nigga Deep out, and he was just hella cool. He was like, "Man, you hungry?" You know what I mean? And he bought me a sandwich from the corner store before we went back and started shooting again. You know what I mean? And I didn't really, it was Pac. You know what I mean? He's running around yelling at niggas. I didn't want to say too much. You know what I mean? But he was hella cool. He was like, "Nigga, you want a sandwich?" I was like, "Hell yeah." You know what I mean?
That's a hell of a story,
right.
Man, because how many people got a sandwich bought by Tupac? That's crazy.
I know.
Everybody I talked to said he was real humble. You know, he was real. He was never Hollywood with.
Bruh, he was hella cool. I mean, he put on the act in front of a lot of people, but when we're in the sandwich spot, he was hella cool. You know what I mean? He was hella cool. But then when we get in front of a lot of people, he go into his mode. You know what I mean? Which I kind of do. You know what I mean? I'm not the same person at home as I am around a lot of people. You know what I mean?
What's Tech Nine like? I mean, you've toured with him and whatnot. You've known him for a while. What's he like as a person?
He's a real humble dude. He probably won't show a lot of people, but he's really a humble dude. Like he's enjoying and appreciating his fame, but he will not show you. Even on his Instagram, he's proud. You know what I mean? Like, and when he hit his first million, I mean, you wouldn't even know it. You know what I mean? You will now if you check his Instagram, but you wouldn't know it back then. And
Shit.
when I first met Tech, he said, "Man, I'm your biggest fan." And now I'm one of his biggest fans. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of how he handled his business more than the rap fan. I mean, I don't really buy Tech Nine albums because I'm not, really into him like that. But I'm a big fan of his performances. I think he's probably the top 3 best rap performers in rap history to me. You know what I mean? his music, his performances make me like his music. It's not his music that makes me like his performances. But his performances are ridiculous. Like when we went on tour, I even learned the dance moves and was doing it with him. And I don't dance on stage. You know what I mean?
Right. But you want to be a part of that shit because it felt good.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And
I went to one of his shows. I just stood against the bar and watched like everybody jump up and down. I felt the floor shaking, and I'm just standing there like, what the fuck? You look up at the balcony. I'm thinking, is this place going to cave in on us? And then I'm looking for the exits. Like, where's my best escape route here? Mm-hmm. How the hell am I going to get out of here if this place collapses?
Yeah, man. So, I mean, those tours that I did with Strange are some of the best tours I ever did in my life. And after 2000, my best stuff was in the 90s, but nothing ever came closer than the tours I did with Strange than it was in the 90s.
Who's your favorite person to work with while you was on Strange? Could it be like a Stevie Stone or Chris Calico? Because I feel like Chris Calico, for real, is the rawest motherfucker on Strange, all around.
Yeah.
Like talent level wise. He's
like,
a cold
I feel
motherfucker,
like
man.
with his singing skills and all that, I felt like they didn't know how to promote him. Because they're not a R&B promoting label. And now they're actually letting him get loose.
Yeah,
like
Chris,
he was a hook dude all those years. You know what I mean? Like he did a lot of hooks and stuff, but now he's doing full-fledged songs, and he is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I see Cut Calhoun. Cut Calhoun ain't with them no more either.
Nah.
We're Strange.
No. That was Cut Calhoun too, because it was always Chris Calico and Cut Calhoun on stage with Tex. And it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I already know it.
How it's going now. You know what I mean? But Cut Calhoun, he's doing good. He's pushing his stuff. You know what I mean? Cut Calhoun is going to be my boy forever, man. Like, man, I can't even explain it. Cut Calhoun is cool. Like he didn't, you know what I mean? I'm a Crip on the label with All Bloods, and he made sure my back was got.
Right.
You know what I mean? No matter what. You know what I mean? Like, and he's a big nigga. You know what I mean? I felt hella safe. Even Sebo was like, man, you was with all them Bloods. You know what I mean? You need to come give us some Crips. And I was like, man, it ain't even about that. We was on the road making that.
Right, you getting that bread.
Yeah.
I heard a story
about that.
I forget who, man. A guy I interviewed, I forget his name. He's going to kill me if he hears this, but he put out a DVD where he interviewed you. And he said something about you was in jail and the blood had saved you. Is that true?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Well, he didn't save me, but he put the word out. You know, if anybody touched this dude, you know what I mean, it's going to be down. But I grew up with this dude.
Oh, you knew
I knew this dude since I knew him since we was like 10 years old. We used to do backflips. I used to live in CV Circle. There's this place, CV Circle apartments, like the Midtown Sacramento, where all the broke welfare people was. You know what I mean? I had knew him from there, and then when I went to jail, I ran into him because niggas was tripping on me, and I ran into him because my dumb ass went on the Blood side instead of the Crip side, because I was like, shit, jail is jail. So I went anywhere. Them niggas was plotting to get me. They was plotting to get me, and I didn't know about it. And he came up to me and said, fool, you need to either roll up or do something because they trying to get your ass. And I stopped them. You know what I mean? So I rolled up. I ain't even going to lie. There's no way that I was going to sit there. I couldn't sleep at night. It took me like 2 days to roll up. but I couldn't sleep at night. I was sleeping in the daytime when the homie on my top bunk was watching over me, and probably only sleeping a couple of hours a day. It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, that should be fucked up.
And every time I go to jail, like I just got out. I only did 6 days, but I went to RCCC. It's like a mini penitentiary. The police be in there showing me their phones with my albums on it. You know,
yeah, they get through their days by listening to you, man. I'm telling you, I be doing that shit at work. I get through my days by listening to all the shit that y'all brought out back in the day. I can reminisce in my own brain and all that shit, man. That shit is real life, man.
I mean, for police to show me that, though, man, it was like, man, look, I got season of the sickness. I was like, well, shit, can you let me out? You know what I mean? I don't need to be up in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? But they was like, you know, I ain't got the pull to do all that, but, man, they showing me that they got their my album in their phone, and it was cool. They made sure I was good, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they walked me in and out, you know what I mean, and get my autograph and all that. Everybody thought I was snitching.
They probably want to take selfies and all that shit.
They probably would have.
Nowadays, the social media shit.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's weird, man. You know what I mean? I don't consider myself hella big like that, but I do consider myself, you know, a fixture in this underground music, though. You know what I mean? So
you definitely got
and that's good enough for me. You know what I mean? That's good enough for me. You know what I mean?
But I'll tell you what, man. Thank you for being a guest on the show. You always been real humble every time I had the chance to talk to you. Really
Thank
appreciate it.
you for having me.
Nope. Hey, man, you're welcome anytime. You know, Made Sick. You know, you guys are welcome on the show whenever.
Okay.
Right now, everybody get Boilermaker. It's available right now. One more time, Lynch, give them that booking email in case they want features or if they want to get some shows.
Okay, it's lynchbookings.versus@gmail.com. You can also order the hard copies. Because people, you know, bitching about, I ain't got no hard copies. They finally came in 3 days ago, and I've been shipping them off. So I've been shipping them off. I still got like 280 left, and as soon as I get down to like 50, I'm going to reorder. So y'all come grab these up.
Yeah, most definitely. And they can get them. I'm looking right now. You got a website, sicktv.com. Is that yours?
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay,
sir.
that's sicktv.com, SICCTEEVEE.com. Go there and get that album. It's available. Man, thanks again, Lynch. We really appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me, man.
No doubt. Man, anytime. Man, that was Brotha Lynch Hung, everybody. Episode 259. It was kind of funny because he's on episode 258 with First Degree, the DE.
Look, Fred, that's another Justin Jeopardy question. What was the number of shows that back to back? Boom, 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 right there. There you go.
Yeah.
There you have it.
Exactly. Well, we're not done yet. We got the homie Relic Killer out of Cincinnati, Ohio, BKB, Deified Records. They've been supporting the show for years now. You can say years because they've been supporting since early last year. I'm gonna bring him on, see what he's got going on. And what's up, Relic?
Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for letting me on at the end of the show. Another historic
Go with
show.
it, Relic.
Hey, what up, Jay?
Man.
Mac J. Yeah, just another historic show. Like, so far in the archives, you've got every cassette tape of what they now call horrorcore, like the first 6, 7 guys I ever listened to or heard doing it.
As Lynch stated, it was kind of, you had the acid rap, you had all these different styles, and his is Rip Gut. So
yeah, I like the way he broke that down.
Yeah, but he said it would probably fall, if it were to fall under a category, it would fall under the horrorcore category. But hell of a guy. He's been putting on music for, decades, You know, he's been in the game for 27 years, he said. And he's been one of the guys that's been consistent. You know what I mean? He's got the longevity, but the consistency as well. So, huge honor to have him on the show. I'm sure we'll be having more Made Sick music artists come on the show. Maybe we'll do a Made Sick music roundtable at some point.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
That'd be neat. Yep.
Have everybody on the show. But
yeah, I've been listening to him since Season of the Sickness.
Yeah, of course. You know, 24 Deep, Season of the Sick. See, what was your favorite track in there? Mine was Welcome to Your Own Death. It was Rest in Piss because that was the first one I heard. But then when I got the album and heard Welcome to Your Own Death, I mean, that shit was on repeat for 20 fucking plus years.
Right. Well, what I liked about the album is you could play it through too.
Yeah.
You know, it was in the era where before they were CDs, these cassettes, you could listen to it side one, flip it, side two, flip it, just keep listening all day. There wasn't just like 3 hot tracks on the album.
No, the whole fucking thing, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely 95 was a phenomenal year for rap. Okay, that's the same year, and even Sacramento, that's the same year you had Tales from the Crypt. You know what I'm saying? That's the same year, man. You know, then you go to other areas. You know, 3-6 Mafia, Mystic Styles, Nodis, Do You Believe in God?
Spice One.
Spice One, 1996.
Yep.
Shit, man, you can go on and on. The 90s, man, each year.
French, yeah.
You could break it down, you know what I'm saying? Each year was just a phenomenal fucking decade, or each year was a phenomenal year for music. The whole
you had
decade
P&M doing that shit at the same time, too. So,
yeah.
like, you had UGK and Outkast. You had, even if you wanted to go to the East Coast, you had the most categories of music. So you could pick, you didn't have to pick and choose. But
by 95, all the major labels were putting on horror-type oriented rappers.
Dating Family. Man. You know, I mean, it's this phenomenal year.
Top Authority, all that shit.
And I always fuck with JT Money, you know what I'm saying, because that I always say, man, that was the last year the Poison Clan dropped the fucking album. It was 95. Yep. I'm like, man, we got to have another Poison Clan CD. Because those were the guys, they took the bass that 2 Live Crew had, and they mixed it with the Too Short pimpin' shit and the NWA and the Ghetto Boys gangster shit, and they blended it all together. And they were a phenomenal group in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Phenomenal group. There's a lot of people from back then I'd love to see come back and do their thing. But you got a track that we're gonna actually close the show out with tonight, man. Why don't you tell us about this? And tell us, well, first, before we get into the track, tell us what you got going on. You got a lot of things going on. I saw pictures of you with Esham and Mastermind and Dice and all kinds of different people. What the hell you got cooking up over there with all these?
Yeah, man, it's a real exciting time in the Midwest. Real exciting time in the Midwest to be a fan of all these type acts that operate under the umbrella of what they now call horrorcore. You know, acid rap, Flatliners out east, the Brotha Lynch we just heard. But here in the Midwest, what's about to really go down? That's what I'm excited about at the moment is we got this is for the listeners so that way they can catch some good shows up in Detroit in about 10 days. Mastermind, Dice, Poe, Big Herc, Jay Stories, Wayne Dub, Osiris. They're all playing a real great venue. It's going to be, the event's called Shit Talker After Dark, and it's all these guys that Esham's going to be touring the Midwest with, hitting Ohio and Kentucky, and they're doing a underground type show up there, and it sounds like,
yeah, I can still hear you.
Yeah, you're on.
Yeah,
you're on, brother.
Oh, okay. Yeah. My bad. It's called Shit Talker After Dark, and it's going down Saturday, April 30th. Tickets are $15. They're having a VIP section that's going to be popping. It's double ticket price on that, going to $30. The address is of the club is 4936 Allen Road in Allen Park. It's at Simon's After Dark Club. The doors are going to be opening at 7:30. Like I said, admission's $15. There's VIP tickets available. You can cop them at 313-452-8113. You know, the 452-8113. You can get it Lefty for that.
So you got a lot of things popping right now, and this takes place. When is it again? It's in April.
Yeah, it's going to be.
We are in April. That shows you how fucked up I am.
Yeah, tomorrow's 420, man. So.
420. Before you go, sorry to interrupt. I'm a stuttering.
That's all right.
Fuck right now, high as shit. But tomorrow is 420. We got a special mix by Scratch LDP, Slaughter Hour number 9, the 420 mix, all weed songs. So tune in. It's going to be at a special time. It's actually going to be at 11 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. on the West Coast, and midnight on the East Coast. Sorry, I had to plug the show right there.
Yeah, man, if you can't support the 420 movement, you're always welcome to cut in for that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Got to be all. I mean, we're all going to be celebrating tomorrow. I'm assuming, and I'll be smoked out and listening to that, I'm sure. Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be a great show up there because you know, you've got Mastermind, Poe. They've got tracks together, Dice. I mean, it's like.
These are
kind
Detroit
of an unofficial
pioneers right
RLP
here.
reunion's going to be happening in the Midwest, you know, here.
This is a pre-Eminem.
Yeah.
You know.
Real Detroit, real underground, real pioneers, real legends. It's going on a sold-out show, so people really should get at these guys and get these tickets, support it, because it's the only way it's going to keep happening. As you know, I was up there. We got lucky enough to shoot a video with Mastermind. You know, we'll be sending over a track on Friday the 13th like usual for you to play and maybe come on, give you another update then on Friday the 13th. The video is shot. We're going to release it to the public. I'm a little reluctant about it, but I'm going to because I owe all the suicidalists that took place to make it happen to be seeing the footage, although we'll probably be shooting a little more footage till we perfect it, but I'm going to let the draft be seen because it come out pretty well. So, in close, I want to thank all the artists involved and all the people that's been networking with us, you guys at UGS, Emo, Skinny, Scratch, you know, just keep doing it, my Hell's Rage family. All the suicidals that helped with that video shoot, I look forward to seeing them again up at Shit Talker. MC Chris Core, he's been pushing me to do an album for a European release. Other than
that's Brother Nip's
that brings
homie,
me. Yeah, that's Gangster Nip's homie. They got like a double album in the works, and I've been lucky enough to get about an EP worth of songs with just me and my son and Nip. And we're kind of releasing a series of EPs. We've got one that's inspired by South of Us, the guys in Memphis, Seed of Six type music, 3-6, Hypnotized Mind sound. We're collaborating with guys that do that style. We're collaborating at East, West, South, Australia, and Germany. Kind of brings me to the song. It's just a song called Slice Slice. It's by basically my worldwide crew that we just all rap with. And no major stars on this. I just wanted to put the more underground guys on after Brotha Lynch hung. I've been recording all day, so my voice is so hoarse.
Yeah, mine's hoarse because I've been smoking.
That too.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, you know. Not cigarettes, though. Cigarettes give you cancer. Don't smoke cigarettes. We don't have tobacco use here.
I do both. I'm kind of hoping that all the weed I smoke will cancel out the cancer I'm supposed to get from cigarettes.
He quit smoking.
I know, that's insane.
Or he was trying. I think he was trying to quit smoking.
I'm pretty sure he did. I'm pretty sure
he licked it?
Did.
That's what's up.
It seemed like he was in the process and gunned it to me.
Oh, there you go.
I just lit one. But yeah, let's just get into that song.
I figured you did.
Yeah,
Matt's probably getting ready to light up one. Smoking ass over there. No? No
got me
tobacco?
rethinking this shit. Nope, no
go.
tobacco, man. Y'all got me rethinking right now. I'm done with this shit.
Yeah.
Hey,
you know Esham's coming to Cincinnati, right?
Yeah, talk about that. Now, this is happening in June, right?
I don't have the date in front of me, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you got it sometime nailed down. You see me, I was passing out a bunch of Murder Master music shows, really doing some foot soldiering and trying to gauge
got our
if
shit in stores.
Right, we could possibly get some in-store promotion like they do up in Detroit when these guys get down here, so that way we can get the right turnout, so that way it's not just a one-time thing. It's like multi-years they're coming down here and putting this on. But yeah, Esham's coming to the bottom of northern Kentucky, which means, it's 2 minutes from Cincinnati. We just crossed the river. That's going to be great.
Cincinnati Reds, man. Our Cubs are fucking y'all up this year. You know that, right?
Yeah, that's all good.
It's close, but we
We're beating the shit out of these Cardinals right now, man. I was just down there, man. I'm back at the house
we can
now,
be
man.
proud of the Reds consistently. Normally, it's the Bengals I always worry about.
Yeah.
It's hard to be a Bengals fan. 49ers always shut them down back in the day, and every time they got close, they just got close. So after a while, it's just hard to be a football fan in Cincinnati.
You had the amazing Boomer Esiason. You know what I'm saying? You can't front on that guy.
And we got Icky Woods.
They had Icky Woods, Fred. That was the shit. 88.
Icky Woods, yeah, man.
Like 88, 89, some shit like that.
I saw him in the commercial. He's still doing that shit. Or they had him doing it in one of the commercials. Yeah.
Yeah, he's still a local celebrity here. He's still, you see him around town. It's really kind of cool.
Y'all had Icky Woods, and we had the Refrigerator Perry.
Yeah, there's a badass figure in football.
Oh, yeah.
But, a lot of exciting things. Esham's coming to the Midwest. Scott, you need to come to town. It's only a couple hours away for you. I'd invited you up to Shit Talker because that was going to be a real grimy underground show. But you would have to probably travel 8-7 hours to do that.
We're going to have to make that right, man.
If we can make
that
happen,
come to Cincinnati. Come hang out with me, man.
Spoke one and or two.
Yeah, man, it'd be a good time. I got spare rooms for you guys, man. This is something you got to see. This is going to be some historic stuff. I mean, we're talking RLP's kind of doing a Midwest reconciling like reunion type tour.
I see that, man. You got
it's starting now.
You got Dice. You got Mastermind. I mean, really,
that's historic.
The only one, rest in peace, is TNT.
Right.
I would. I know they said there's not going to be any more Nodis projects, since TNT passed away, but I would love to see Dice, Mastermind, and Esham do something like that. You know what I mean? Even if they don't call it Nodis, just do a group project with the three of them because
I'm sure they
fans
won't call it
love that shit.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure with the way everybody seems to be networking and going to be hanging out so much that we're going to see some stuff that's going to be historic. And I would suggest people I'm myself going to try and catch all three performances. I also caught all the performances when they was at Juggalo Day and up at Toledo. And I'm telling you, man, these guys are on fire right now. It's some of the best of the underground, pioneer status, independent foundations of this genre. So Midwest is popping right now for some good shows. It's happening real good with everybody down south of us, too, in Memphis.
And you think about, Brotha Lynch Hung, for example. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if you had a show lined up with him, Gangster Nip, Esham, and maybe some other guys
together.
That would be
historic.
Phenomenal. Imagine if they did a group project together.
Right, that's something you should take to Europe, like a Monsters of Rock or a festival or Masters of Horror. I don't know what you would label such a beast. The Horsemen of the Apocalypse, what do you want to call it? Or how you'd exactly break it down, all these guys
travel the globe
up or
shit.
Form up big. I think there's enough of them, the pioneers and founders, if they just come together, that's could be a reality. Start in the United States, just teaming up and doing shows and prove you can do it, and then start booking over in Australia, Europe.
Oh yeah.
Wherever.
Oh yeah.
You know, especially the places weed is legal.
Guys come together. You know what I'm saying, from that era and do stuff and make things happen. Which is what MC Shan, when we had Shan on the show, he was trying to do that with Chris. He wasn't trying to, start up a beef again. He wanted to, basically what he wanted to do is go city to city, and the two of them come out, and they battle each other for the crowd, and then they go off to MC Shan's set, then they go off to the KRS set, and then boom, to the next city. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think that's a phenomenal idea, and we need to see rappers come together like that, because this bullshit that's in the mainstream right now, it's just not catching my ear.
Yeah, I mean, if you remember, hip hop used to be something. Rather than throw fists, they would do some graffiti and compare. They would have dance-offs. They would battle rap, and there wouldn't be no contact made or someone punching someone in the mouth because they beat them. If they lost vocally, they'd just go home and warm up their skills and try again next week. That was years ago, 25 years ago, but they could return to that kind of philosophy. That would be better than what we got now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. But yeah. Let's give them this track, man, and let's close the books on another historical show. But before we give them this track, give them all your contact information, of course.
I don't really have to give no real information besides deifiedrecords.com.
Deifiedrecords.com.
DEIFIED. It's DEIFIED, like deity, and fied, made into a deity. If we work with all these gods and devils and we're trying to preserve these legends and pioneers, that's kind of the theme of our record label. That's what we're out to do, So, just thanks for having us on. I'm not going to give a list of who's on the track. It's just a bunch of my close personal artist friends, and the song's called Slice Slice. I'm out before 420, and I'm going to start celebrating that now. I'll tune in tomorrow to Scratch's show. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, 11 p.m. Central. Make sure to tune in to the Slaughter Hour number 9, Scratch LDP. The 420 edition. He did an East Coast edition. Of course, he did like a horrorcore stuff, but this one is going to be all straight weed smoke. So if you like that THC, if you like that, that weed smoke, man, you definitely got to tune in. I always love weed songs, always.
Yeah, you got it. It's like weed and hip hop, man. Two fixtures,
like
two things that go together.
Bob Marley. Why not listen to some fucking Bob Marley and just smoke one? Say fuck it. But
no doubt. I'll be sure to call in Friday the 13th, coming up in I guess a monthish, and update everybody on these Midwest Esham shows, so that way people get the correct information. I just wanted to throw down for the shit talker after dark and get everybody to try to get up to that, because that's kind of where it's starting, and then it's going to just creep down south, and it's going to be a historic year for acid rap in the Midwest.
Yeah, hell yeah, definitely. Make sure to go to deifiedrecords.com and check out Relic, check out his son BKB, and here is Slice Slice. We're going to get out of here. Anything else you want to say before we go? You guys got the final word here.
No, I'm done. BKB's here, but he just says hi to everybody, and we're out for tonight. Happy 420, everybody. Another historic show. It's awesome to hear Brother Lynch's mind at work in an interview.
Hey, Brother Lynch's mind is an enigma, and it's always always good to talk to him. Hell of an artist. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for calling in. This is Slice Slice, the extended mix. We will be back here hopefully by the end of this week. I'm actually trying I can't promise anything yet for sure, but